There's no excuse to run out of content ideas in 2025. I'm now posted for 37 days in a row. That's 37, 38, something like that. And I'm not going to do this forever. But the way I've been able to post consistently is because of like my own stories, my own experiences, my own thoughts, but also using modern technology like ChatGPT to brainstorm, because you have literally a writing partner on your laptop. So obviously don't use ChatGPT to like come up with the whole script and like all of your ideas. Use it as a writing partner, like someone you're like a friend that you're speaking to, that you're like bouncing your ideas off of, or that's giving you, certain topics that you could potentially speak about. Like how I use it is I pretty much use it mainly for lists. So I'll be like, oh, give me like 50 video ideas on the topic of overthinking, introversion, getting yourself outside of your comfort zone. This is what I would use it for. Then it would give me like 50 ideas, and I'd be like, oh, I don't like a lot of these. Oh, I haven't really talked about this, and I do have thoughts on it. I just needed someone to like tell me, oh, what about this idea? So then I'll just sit down my phone, start speaking to my camera, and just talk about my thoughts on like this one topic. So it's not writing like big portions of the script, but it's helping me brainstorm ideas. And if you do that consistently, then you could post very consistently, because you'll have a ton of ideas in pretty much any topic. Like, it's so useful to use. And the other thing is, like, there's a lot of personal stories and personal opinions that you have that you probably are just not thinking of too much. So another thing you could do is just like spend more time alone, just thinking and writing, or just sitting there. Because the more you do that, the more you'll think about like, oh wow, yeah, I actually have this one story that relates to the video that I want to talk about. So I could talk about that. Or you'll think about like opinions and new ways to describe ideas that you've already talked about. Because a lot of times people are okay with you repeating yourself, but they want you to do it in new ways to look at the problem. So for example, I talk about overthinking, getting outside of your comfort zone, being an introvert. These are things I talk about a lot, right? So there's so many things I could talk about in those subtopics, and sometimes it may be repetitive that I'm like saying, oh, get outside of your comfort zone, but it may not feel that way to you because I'm saying it in like different ways. I'm thinking about different examples or different thought processes that could help someone get outside their comfort zone. So it's like people see the world in different ways. So if you can describe what you're saying in a bunch of different ways, it will resonate. Each way you describe it will resonate with different people. So it's like you can kind of have the same core message while saying what you have to say in different ways. And the thing is, like, people are okay with you repeating yourself because they need to be reminded. Like, we need to be reminded more than we need to be taught, because you probably already know what to do. Like me saying like, oh, you should post a video, you shouldn't worry about people's opinions. You kind of already know this, but you need to be reminded of it, because we can be distracted. Because how many videos have you watched this, like just in the past 24 hours on like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube? How many videos? If you're on Instagram or TikTok, maybe hundreds, maybe 1,000. So it's like you've gotten so much information from just scrolling all day that it's okay that this video is a reminder that you should put yourself out there or make content, because there's so much other information out there. So it's like you're not competing with yourself. You're competing with the other people who are on these platforms. You're competing with them for your viewers' attention, to get your message across. You're kind of competing with them for that attention. So it's like, if I have a different message and I'm just consistent with my message, it's still going to be helpful to the viewer, because they're not only watching my videos, they're also watching other people's videos. So it's like I'm making the argument for them to, put themselves out there, start making content, come up with new ideas to make content with, and hopefully I'm giving helpful tips that is beneficial to them. So it's like you don't worry too much about repeating yourself, because the other thing is, a lot of times new people will be watching your videos. So it's like, if these new people are watching your videos, they haven't seen the previous videos, so they don't know that you're repeating yourself, or they haven't learned the message that you've talked about in your previous videos. So it's like the returning people will appreciate that you're reminding them of something that's important to them and the reason they subscribed to your channel in the first place, and the new people will learn your core message. So it's okay to repeat yourself and come up with ideas and package things in different ways with the same core message, because, I mean, that's pretty much what brands do too. Like Nike, what is their slogan? Just do it, right? So it's like all of their branding. So people spend millions of dollars. It's like a multi-billion-dollar company. Maybe it's like hundreds of billions. I don't even know what's worth. It's definitely hundreds of billions, right? So it's a really valuable company, and they have one core message that is 3 words: just do it. And everything else is just like athletic wear to inspire people to like just do it. So it's like they have this core message, and they've made so much content about it. they built an entire brand and made so much money from just this one core message. So it's like having this core message is actually really important to your personal brand as well. So it's totally okay to repeat yourself, especially if it's something that's core to what you believe. Like, I really believe that people should start putting themselves out there. I really believe that people should start making content. I really believe that that would change people's lives because I've done it myself. Like, I make content on Instagram. I make comedy skits, and some of my videos have gone viral. And it's been a great feeling. I've made so many friends just from like putting myself out there a bit. And now I'm making these videos on YouTube, and hopefully I'm helping some people, and I'm getting a couple comments that are confirming that. So it's like it's changed my life for the better, and it will change yours as well. But it's okay to repeat yourself because it's okay to have a core message that people follow you for. And listen, I know feeling like writer's block, it feels a little bit uneasy, but even though it feels uneasy, it will be worth it. Life's not easy, but it's worth it. Take care.